Today we got Blue Beetle taking on Etrigan the Demon. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Just a regular old high school student from El Paso, Texas, Jaime Reyes gained the Scarab after Ted Cord lost it. With the Scarab, he has great power and uses that power to protect the innocent. The Blue Beetle Scarab is one of the most powerful weapons in the entire universe. And since Jaime has completely bonded to the Scarab, he's got so many unique powers and abilities. He's got superhuman strength, speed, and durability on really quite impressive levels. Jaime has held apart Giganta's hand as she was trying to crush him, and even punched Black Beetle into the ground and made a crater when Beetle landed. He's taken hits from Scarab warriors with Sinestro rings, has taken attacks from Lobo and has been smashed into the ground, which is right back up. Survived attacks from Guy Gardner, who was trying to kill him. And Blue Beetle even survived the pain of hours worth of torture, compacted into a second and a half. He's also fast enough to block and dodge energy attacks. The Scarab can move at faster than light speeds, and Blue Beetle has even moved so fast that it appears as if he's in multiple places at once. Beetle is also able to fly at subliminal speeds, and is even able to use his wings to block attacks as a shield. However, what really sets Blue Beetle apart from the rest of the pack is his vast assortment of weapons. The Beetle Scarab can basically form and create anything, from clubs, blades, and grappling spikes, to sonic blasters, ion cannons, and antimatter blasters. The Scarab can instantly generate and provide a tool for almost any need that arises. He's produced nukes before, used Kyro blasters to knock out Red Lanterns, and he's got a large Hadron Collider, a strong force disruptor, and is able to use his weapons to kill magical beings. Jaime even believes that there may be weapons powerful enough to hurt the Spectre, due to the Scarab giving him options after options on how to handle the big guy. The Scarab also says that it has enough power to destroy a planet. But Jaime doesn't just have offensive tech at his disposal. He's got plenty of defense as well. He survived a nuclear bomb, created miniature force fields that held together an opponent's hand. He created a force field that hurt the Flash when he attempted to vibrate through it, and is even able to disrupt some magical attacks cast by Eclipso. Then if Jaime is ever knocked out or incapacitated in battle, the Scarab itself can act on its own, and keep on going and keep on fighting. Then, in the other corner, Etrigan the Demon. One of the most notorious of Hell's demons, Etrigan's soul was merged with the body of a human man, Jason Blood, who calls upon the demon's terrifying power in order to fight the forces of darkness. Etrigan has demonstrated immense strength before, as his punches can quickly demolish and level buildings. He's able to use his leg muscles to leap hundreds of yards in a single jump. He's able to battle against Wonder Woman, and the demon has even punched Superman out of Earth's orbit and to the moon in just one blow. He's also battled against Lobo on multiple occasions and matched the bounty hunter each time. Used his claws to cut up Superman, and Etrigan was even able to claw apart the Spectre's face when Eclipso had possessed him. He's highly resistant to most forms of energy, and actually seems to enjoy pain and violence. He's withstood nuclear explosions, taken attacks from Wonder Woman and Superman, took blasts from an Eclipso-possessed Spectre, and on top of that, he's immortal. Etrigan also has one of the greatest healing factors in all of comics, as when he had his limbs ripped off, he just replaced them by ripping off a human's limbs. And Etrigan just laughed off being torn in half, kept on fighting, and actually beat his opponents. He's also surprisingly fast, to where Superman even remarked on how quick he was, and he's bull rushed and outmaneuvered angels that the presence had sent to rule hell. Then, on top of his physical attacks, Etrigan also has magical and mystical abilities. He's fired mystical bolts from his hands, teleported and opened magical portals to send enemies to different dimensions, magically raised the dead or commanded spirits to enter human body, sent Superman back in time, created mystical shields to protect him from attacks, and has actually hurt the Phantom Stranger with his mystical attacks before. However, Etrigan the Demon's go-to move has got to be his Hellfire. This Hellfire is burned through Green Lantern constructs, burned through the Earth itself, and injured and burned Lobo, Angels, and even Superman. One time, Dr. Fate even said that Etrigan and his ability to tap into primal mystical forces has enough power to destroy 1/5 of the universe. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, these are two immensely powerful heroes here, and are kinda unsung powerhouses of the DC universe. Like Blue Beetle. Well, he has the potential to do just about anything and everything. The Blue Beetle Scarab is easily one of the most powerful weapons in the universe, and is able to come up with any weapon on the fly. Like, Beetle can form more typical weapons, like clubs, spikes, and blades, to even more out there stuff, like sonic blasters, ion cannons, and antimatter blasters. He's produced nukes, matched Starro's energy blast when Starro's amped with 5 Sinestro rings. He's got potentially lethal neural scramblers, and is capable of affecting intangible enemies. Blue Beetle even has ways to counter magic. Like when he was fighting against some magical tree monsters, the Scarab was able to detect their magical energy trail, and by using that, figured out a way to stop them. He's even gone up against some bigger and badder magical beings, like when Blue Beetle short-circuited a spell from Eclipso, who was actually the first Spirit of Vengeance, before being replaced with a Spectre, so a very powerful guy. Jaime was momentarily knocked out from the backlash of that attack though. On the other hand, while Blue Beetle has a whole lot more versatility on his side, Etrigan arguably just has more raw power. I mean, he was one of the 4 people that Dr. Fate went to when they were trying to prevent the universe from being destroyed, alongside Orion, Highfather, and Darkseid. So don't sleep on this guy. He's stronger than Blue Beetle, as he's busted through Green Lantern constructs, battled against Wonder Woman on equal footing, has repeatedly stalemated Lobo during their fights, and even punched Superman to the moon with just 1 hit. Despite how it might look, he's actually faster than Blue Beetle, as he reacted to speed blitzes from Superman, and Clark even mentioned just how fast Etrigan was. Finally, Etrigan is more durable than Blue Beetle. Now, Jaime has some impressive durability, especially with the Scarab's built-in defense systems. He's blocked attacks from Green Lantern, has taken hits from Lobo, and blocked strikes from Cinderblock. Jaime even seemingly has a healing factor because of the Beetle's Scarab, as one time Max Lord built an energy weapon that was capable of damaging the Beetle's Scarab, then shot Blue Beetle in the head. But the Scarab just healed Jaime from this attack that should have killed him. But on the other hand, Etrigan has taken hits from Lobo, Wonder Woman, and Superman with really no problem, survived a nuclear blast, took attacks from the Spectre, and oh yeah, he's immortal. He's got a healing factor as well, and does a much better job at fighting through attacks and keep battling past the pain, as even when Etrigan is ripped in half, He just took his half body and went on to beat his opponent. So yeah, I'd say Etrigan is definitely physically superior, and just has more raw power than Blue Beetle does. However, that doesn't signify an easy win for Etrigan. You can't rule out Blue Beetle so quickly. And so there's just one thing that we really need to look at. One question that we really need to answer. Can Blue Beetle and the Scarab use their versatility to come up with some way to take down Etrigan the Demon? Well, yeah, that's kinda right in Blue Beetle's warehouse. The Scarab is designed to come up with a plan in seconds and instruct Jaime on what to do and how to perform. Just one example is when his friend Paco was injured, and Blue Beetle healed him by conducting an impromptu heart surgery. He's got the ability to do all sorts of stuff like that just on the fly. For instance, one time he was blitzed by Bart Allen, and the Beetle created an energy shield that injured Flash whenever he tried to phase through it. Another time, he defeated Dr. Polaris by negating his magnetic powers. And another time, he was able to produce kryptonite radiation to hurt Supergirl. And like we said earlier, Blue Beetle has the ability to affect magical beings as well, like when he short-circuited Eclipso's spells. The Scarab even mentioned that magic is just another form of science. However, with that being said, the Scarab can also be kinda inconsistent and a bit screwy around magic, like the time when he couldn't identify or counter some demons in the past. Then there's his infamous encounter with the Spectre. I've seen it proposed before that Blue Beetle has weapons that could injure the Spectre. And this might technically be true, as the Scarab proposed a plethora of different options for taking down the Spectre. And the Scarab really isn't one to lie. However, the tactic that Blue Beetle did utilize, an anti-magic field, well, the Spectre walked through it like it was nothing, and then just shut Blue Beetle down with a touch. And that's mostly because of Jaime. The Scarab and Jaime are two different beings, and the Scarab is a whole lot more ruthless than Jaime, while Jaime is usually holding it back. Like even with the Spectre encounter, all the options the Scarab proposed, Jaime shut down because he didn't want to kill anyone, including the Spectre. And the option that Jaime did utilize was ineffective, maybe solely because of his moral code. And those morals might be the reason that Blue Beetle loses this fight, because he's really gonna have to go all out, let the Scarab take complete control in order to win this fight. Etrigan the Demon is just too powerful. Like, look, Blue Beetle has been injured by one punch from Lobo, and it took him a little while to recover and get up. He's also to team up with the Teen Titans in order to battle against the Bounty Hunter. On the other hand, Etrigan has battled against Lobo to a standstill on at least 4 occasions that I can think of right off the top of my head. And then with Green Lanterns, Blue Beetle just put a few cracks in Guy Gardner's shields, who's on the lower end of high-tier lanterns. On the other hand, Etrigan has completely shattered Alan Scott's shields before, who's arguably the most powerful Green Lantern out there. Etrigan the Demon is just too powerful, as he's basically a Superman-level being, and has magical attacks on top of that, which the Beetle Scarab has been unreliable with in the past. Blue Beetle just hasn't shown enough power to justify consistently putting Etrigan down, while Etrigan has shown he's more than strong and powerful enough to beat Blue Beetle. Etrigan the Demon wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just one every single week today, and I'll see you next time.